All right, now we are getting ready to talk about the game upcoming Italy versus Turkey. The Azzurri take on the Turks. And Imran, how do you see this? I mean, not how do you see this game being played out because you can't see it, but how
Like,
are you looking forward into this game? How do you think these teams are going to try to attack it?
yeah, I think Italy will try to dominate the ball and try to create, and Turkey will defend. Like they have two really good center backs, and like defensively they'll be set up well. But I think Italy will try to dominate, and it'll be up to either Immobile or Insigne, someone to find a way to score. 'Cause I think it'll be tight. I could see Turkey getting a point, to be honest.
I honestly think Turkey's gonna find this difficult. They're a very young team. This is their first ever major game. No, probably all of them, first competitive game. They do have the manager, I believe, that took them to the World Cup semifinals in 2002. He's back, so he has experience. He'll be able to lead this team. And and yeah, and Turkey is overall a very solid team. They just lack that inexperience. And when you're gonna go be and on the other side, when you have experience like Verratti, Bonucci, Chiellini, even though one of them are probably not gonna start. I mean, experience is all on one side. They're gonna have to go to Rome. They're gonna have to somehow try to control the midfield three of Jorginho, Barella, and Verratti, which I believe is one of the best, if not the best, midfield three in the tournament. They'll find that difficult. I mean, they have talent. They have talent, and they have I think in terms of squad, they have one of the most not talented, but one of the most solid squads there is. I think they're gonna. I like the front three of Insigne, Immobile, and
Yes,
not Kuliveski, Chiesa. Chiesa. I think that's gonna be the front three that they go with. I think that's gonna be the front three what they go with, and I think that they're gonna go with Florenzi and Spinazzola, and which is well Spinazzola. I think he's a top fullback. I actually think he's pretty decent. He doesn't get the respect he deserves. I'm not that sold on Florenzi to be honest, but this Italy team, if there was a weakness in their team, would be right back. They don't have the bestest of right backs in Florence, but he still has some quality, and it's overall just a solid team. And oh, of course, Donnarumma and goal, one of them up and coming goalkeepers. So yeah, I think in Rome with that midfield, I think that Italy will get it done.
yeah, and Donnarumma doesn't have a team right now. He might be trying to prove himself, so like to show what he can do.
That's a point. That's a point. Yeah. Well, he doesn't have a team because Royale botched it, not because of
Yeah,
him.
well,
But
why do you think he doesn't
that's a
make it?
discussion. That's a discussion for another day. Yeah, Noah, Italy or Turkey this game. Oh, by the
I
way,
have
no, if you don't
Italy.
know, no, if you don't know, I'm rooting for Italy this tournament. This is the team I'm backing. I've liked Italy for a very long time, and
I have
yeah, I'm
with
rooting for them.
Italy having a home crowd. I see them
Sixteen
like as soon
thousand.
as 16,000. As soon as that first, I would say tip off. As soon as the game starts, I think they're just gonna dominate the ball head on, play with pace, and try to score early, and just dictate a tempo from there. And with Turkey
Yeah,
being inexperienced, they're gonna be like it's gonna be
They
hard
should
for
be in
them probably
control.
to start scoring.
yeah, it's gonna be a lot to ask for Turkey and inexperience to beat that Italy team in Italy.
I
But you
think they're
know
gonna wear
what?
Turkey out.
It'll be fascinating to watch, and I can't wait. I can't wait till I sleep because the sooner I sleep, the sooner the Euros come. Wow. Okay. And speaking of, so then we're gonna move on to our next segment, which is ranking the top three teams. Not the top three teams. My, I read it wrong. The top three things we are looking forward to in these European Championships. Imran, you could go first.
Uh, I got one. I want to see how England set up. Like they're kind of unpredictable because, especially in the front, like in the midfield, not the midfield, especially in the formation. Like I don't know if they're going. I think they'll go back three, but
I think there's question marks what they're gonna do in their midfield, what they're gonna do with their back line, what they're gonna do with their attacking three. This
yeah,
is what my question about England, and I'm looking forward to this too, but I want to add on to that because I don't want to waste one of my three slots. I'm looking forward to them how Gareth Southgate balances his front three and having enough technicians like Foden and Grealish, but also having the threat in behind with pace like a Sterling and a Rashford. Or Sancho, who gives you a little bit of both. He doesn't have the pace that um,
Rashford.
Sterling and Rashford has, but he doesn't have the technical ability that Foden and Grealish has. He's a mixture of both, and that's why
He's a
like I
real
think
winger who has
he
pace.
huh
He's a real winger that can create, that can put crosses in, and also has some
yeah,
pace.
he's the X factor. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to with Southgate. How does he balance having technicians in the front three and also having technical giftedly players and also having guys that can be box threats in behind that can penetrate the back line. So yeah, but yeah, okay. So that's one thing you're looking forward to. Noah, what's one thing you're looking forward to?
Well, okay. I'm not gonna spoil my predictions, but one of my dark horse favorites were Portugal, and I'm trying to see. I heard as of late they haven't been doing well. They've been pretty terrible, so I'm trying to see how they navigate their way through this tournament because their group is pretty hard. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not easy; it's really hard. But I'm just trying to see how Fernandez, Ronaldo. I don't know the rest of the roster, but I'm just trying to see how they
I
navigate
could
through this tournament.
I could see like one
Yeah.
of the teams not
Speaking
having.
of that, Portugal, I also want to see how they play out too. Like they have all these attacking talent. And Fernando Santos, he has a CV. He won the European Championships playing defensive, but I don't think he needs to anymore. And I think trying to win two championships in a row, Euros in a row, playing that kind of football is almost impossible. So is he gonna allow his team to play that? Is he gonna take out one of the two number sixes and allow Bruno Fernandez to enter the team? What is he gonna do? And also, will Bruno start in this team? Because the question is becomes: is it Bruno or is it Felix?
Dominated.
Against Spain, they played their full lineup, in my opinion, because that's what it seemed like, and they did not play Bruno. Are they gonna stick to that because they look bad? Yes, yes, you're nodding your head.
Uh, no, wait. One more thing about Portugal that I'm gonna say. Like it was a friendly and they were playing defensive, so I don't see them all of a sudden switching and playing on the front foot. I don't see it. Like against maybe a smaller team, they might do that, but not against a decent like a not a Spain or Italy or something like that.
Then I see them finishing third in their group, which is where I have them predicted, honestly.
That group, like a team might not
Yeah,
even
well,
make it out.
I'm about to there. This is
Eventually.
what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to that group specifically. That's what I'm looking. Oh no. I'm looking most forward to England Scotland. That derby, that rivalry, that British rivalry. We got that last time with England Wales, and if y'all thought England Wales was fantastic, England Scotland is going to be much more fantastic. It's going to be physical. It's going to be in Wembley in a full crowd. It's going to be crazy to watch. And if England drop points against Croatia, the pressure will be on England to get the 3 points against Scotland, which is even going to make it even more sweet and juicy to watch. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. You think Scotland, they're going to probably try to bunker down with their back three, stay compact, then break on the counter. I see that's the only way they can really nick things. But you know, I can't wait for that, man. I can't wait for that.
That leads me on to my next thing. My next thing I'm interested in, which is England, because when you look at their group is not that good. They could easily get out of the group, but the way they play under pressure, I'm just interested to see because I'm not gonna say my prediction, but
Speak louder. Speak
I
louder.
we have to see how they respond to pressure when it gets to the round of 16, when it gets down deep in the Euros and early. Because if they can't deal with that head on, then there's gonna be problems.
Especially against the top teams. Like in the World Cup, they had an easy bracket, so they got to the semifinals. And right when they played a decent to a good team, like they lost to Croatia.
They folded.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the next thing I'm looking forward to, we've talked a lot about England, but
Yeah, just
but I want to say one last thing that I'm looking forward to. How does England manage that potential having to face a second place team in Group F? I don't know if they're gonna call it tanking or whatever. But in that last game, will they not say purposely try to lose, but completely bench everyone and play a bunch of their youngsters like Saka and Sancho and well, Sancho, I mean, he's really not, but play. Are they gonna like be like, if we win, that's great. If we lose, well, guess what? We play Poland or Sweden. Is that gonna be their mentality? And I mean, I don't know because at
That's
first
the
when I was like England has to tank, but it's a second place. But now that I think about it, you want to stay in Wembley. You want to have that round of 16 in Wembley, less miles travel. You don't want to have to go all the way to Rome to face or whatever they have to go to face another team. So, you know, they have big questions to ask themselves.
yeah, the players won't do that. I mean, to be honest,
No, the players can't do that. The manager has to. The only way they tank is if the manager, sets a team, and he's not gonna tell them don't play hard or whatever.
even if
He's
he
gonna be
puts
like,
out like a bad team, still like top level because their
no,
squad,
no, it wouldn't be top level.
not.
Depending on what he does, maybe if he really wants to play a
I mean,
back four, have Bukayo Saka on one side, have Trippier on another, and make your two center backs Mings and White, make your midfielders Belling, just make it as much inexperience and as open as possible to counter. I mean, who knows? And the downside is what if you play well? What if they do brilliantly? They're going to be questioning Southgate. Maybe you should do that next round.
Mhm. And
No,
then
now let's see what's the last
my
thing.
last thing. So as Emran said that Italy is his team he is rooting for. I want to see how Belgium goes into this. Now I've heard because that is the team I'm rooting for, and I've heard that Hazard, De Bruyne. I want to see how their health plays into this. Their into shape, how they can pace, because I think that's the only thing that holds them back really. But people say Belgium are favorites. I mean, France really. I mean, they're the really clear cut favorites considering they won the Euros last time we saw. But I want to see how Belgium can just if they can dominate or if they fall back as one of those mediocre teams.
The last thing I'm overall looking forward to in these Euros is seeing all the stadiums, all the different countries this game is going to be played. I know I'm going to sound like an older person by saying this, but it's going to be lovely to see different cultures, different stadiums, different environments, how different home field advantages affect different teams. Seeing one game in Germany and the next game in Azerbaijan and the next game in Scotland and the next game in Wembley, the next game in Munich, and how those home field advantages really affect the group and how certain teams like Russia will get to play two games and Scotland will get to play two games and some teams like Denmark get all three games and England get all three games at home. It's just going to be fascinating to watch. So yeah, I'm really excited to have all these different countries. It's a shame that everybody's not going to have full stadiums, but still everyone's going to have at least like 25% and it's going to be fun to watch. And it starts off tomorrow in Rome, which I didn't even mention. Rome, Spain, Netherlands, just so many countries that this thing is going to be being played and
Yeah,
exciting.
especially after a whole season of no fans. Like we got a little peek of it at the end of the season. I mean, it was great. It was really great to see. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
It's
All
gonna
right.
be crazy.
All right. Really quickly, last topic. This should not last that long. Just make a quick explanation. Imran, who are you backing to win a Golden Boot?
Can't decide. Can do you have my bracket or not? I want to see who goes far. Uh, France have too many options. I'm not gonna go Benzema. In Belgium, I think they're gonna go out quickly. So in the quarters, I can't go Lukaku. Ronaldo. Give me
Ronaldo.
Cristiano. Yeah.
Noah.
Lukaku
Noah.
inside.
Yours is straightforward. Yeah, I know when you predict
Lukaku.
Lukaku.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you know
Mm.
the key with this is you have to know your penalty kick takers. That
Ronaldo.
penalty kick takers most of the time they're the winners. Like Kane won last year, he had like 3 penalties. I'm probably gonna go with Thomas Muller. Thomas
Mm.
Muller is gonna be my winner. Yeah. He scores a lot of international goals. Actually, he has not scored a single Euro goal, which is interesting. But he scores a lot of goals in World Cups. He lives for these tournaments, and I think Thomas Muller will win Golden Boot.
Wait, did Noah have Belgium going to like the semifinal or final or something? I feel
You'll
like
never
that's
know. I have to watch the
Well, you'll
videos.
know when the video's posted.
Hmm.
All right, guys, this is our first episode of our Euro series on SBC. Talking about we first covered we talked about three things we're looking forward to these Euros. We covered what we're going to think about the upcoming tomorrow game between Italy Turkey, and then we talked about the Golden Boot. Yeah, thank you for watching. And the next episode would be coming out after the Belgium Finland game, talking about the potential England lineup we see lining up against Croatia tomorrow. Yeah, tune in, have fun, and I will be doing a watch along during the Italy Wales game on YouTube live. So
Italy,
y'all tune into that.
Wales.
Italy, Turkey, Italy,
Italy,
Turkey.
Turkey, Italy, Turkey. What did I say? Italy, Wales. Yeah,
Yeah.
Italy, Turkey. There'll be a couple games that I'll do watch alongs, and since the first one, I'll be doing one for Italy, Turkey, and I'll also scheduled to do one on Sunday for the first Copa America game between Brazil and I believe it was Venezuela. But let's not get our Copa America coverage and Euro coverage mixed up. All right, peace out, guys.
Peace.